Yo, what it is, what it might be, what it was. This is Rob Lee from NTRthenetwork.com. And today I have a new guest for this Baltimore, this art, this creative outlet we're doing. I have a man 83. We're just going to go with just straight 83, man?
Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll just go with 83.
All right.
83 Cutlass, but we could just go with 83. Sometimes I just be wanting to say 80. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go with that today, man. How you been, man?
I've been good, man. At one point, I think when I first met you, because it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wanted to go by 85 Malibu, but it doesn't really work out. it's like, yo, I need a vehicle that's really large, 85 wide body, nigga. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Hell yeah, it's been a long time, man. Couple seasons.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the beginning of a new thing, and I've been throwing around the Barbara Walters. It's the 2020 vision this year.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's more content, more people, more connections, and pretty much my philosophy at this juncture is get past the bullshit. That's pretty much what it is. It's and maybe you could touch on this a little bit too, because you're from here, you're from Baltimore.
Yeah.
You're
definitely.
creative around here. You have a real job as well, along with the creative endeavors.
I got too many kids, man.
I also don't have any kids. So that's another win for me.
I feel you. I mean, that shit kind of saved my life, but at the same time, it takes a lot of life out of you.
Some of the goofy shit that I'm into, I do not have the boundaries for a kid. It's just yo, I really need to buy whatever this thing is. I need to buy new mics. Nigga, you need to buy them diapers. Shit.
Yeah, that shit is always hard. That part, no matter how much I do for my kids, I still feel selfish when buying myself certain shit.
Oh, absolutely.
I be trying to do the right. I just bought an MPC Live and shit, but I got it on a payment plan, so I don't feel too bad. Damn. Just cop the MPC, and if the kid's gonna be can I have a snack? I just feel bad, oh shit, I don't have a snack, but I got an MPC.
I'm working on these beats real quick.
Hell yeah, eat this shit. This shit is hot off the press, little baby.
Beats for you to eat.
Hell yeah.
So one of the things that I like to talk about on here is talking to interesting individuals that have a story that I think is unique, but also something that is very specifically and uniquely Baltimore. So
right.
Tell me a little bit about who are you? Give me that pitch real quick. Who are you?
So basically I would be your local stale ass rapper who many consider pretty legendary as far as lyrics go,
Yes.
I came out of nowhere basically. I just got sober one time, put together some music. And then I knew John Jones, who used to be in Dope Body.
Yeah.
I met John Jones, and next thing you know, I met Greg, who used to be in the group Rap Dragons. And then I just met every fucking body. But I was already stockpiling rhymes and everything. And then I started meeting. And then when I met my man John used to work at Paper Moon Restaurant.
Yeah.
And we used to work at that fucking place. And we was we gonna be fucking artists. We don't gotta take this dumb ass shit. Fuck this shit. Niggas gonna be famous. He ain't say niggas because he not white, because he not black. So he ain't say that. But that's just how I remember the emotion.
That was the energy.
Yeah, that was the sentiment in the building that night.
Yeah.
So we used to get off 4 or 5 in the morning and then go to the bar and shit.
Yeah.
And get drunk and talk about how we gonna do art. Fuck this bullshit ass job. And then next that was that's how I met people in this art scene. I didn't know nothing about this shit before. I was always making music. My whole first album, I made all of that shit before I knew any of these fucking people in Station North at all.
Yeah.
Me and Greg started getting real tough. Me and John Jones always tight. So they was they rapped and did music too and was living in a copycat and shit. So I was oh yeah, I always seen this building, but I was never around here.
Yeah.
I'm from over there 32nd into Tivoli.
Yeah.
So I'm from
East Side.
Yeah, over there. And I went to Lake Clifton, so I ain't never know nothing about this shit over here.
City College, my guy.
Yeah, I live on the same street. Yeah, if you keep walking, just keep walking down until you see all the niggas.
My girlfriend lived in Tivoli. I lived there for 17, 12 Chilton, my guy.
Oh shit, yeah.
I was around there.
17, 12, damn, that's crazy. So you was right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I was 1704, 32nd, so you was right behind me. Yeah, shit would get funky around there.
My nigga, yes it would. It's I don't know about this neighborhood.
Yeah, it would get real funky. So I ain't know nothing about this, but when I got around here, I had hella shit to do. I had hella rhymes. I had been dedicated to rapping for so fucking long. Like before I met any of these people, like when I was like 18, I started really taking it serious, like spending money. And this is when like computers and Fruity Loops and shit started coming out. So I started fucking with that shit. Started doing beats. Wasn't really telling nobody because I ain't know nobody. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna use this shit, but I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna make the connection between sitting in my room with a drum machine to being on stage and then actually having shows. And then once you have shows, you realize, holy shit, I gotta get people to come to these motherfucking shows. That's the shit that motherfuckers don't tell you about. You be seeing a lot of footage from performances. Yeah. Ain't nobody in that fucking crowd.
Let's put a pin on that real quick. Cause like I definitely that piece, my guy, like I said, you know, before we got started, I said I've been doing this for a minute. Like it'll be 11 in February.
Right.
And you know, we did our last live show, it was our 10th anniversary show in August, and here in this building.
Right.
And, you know, pretty much, I think you're trying to learn all of this stuff when you're kind of your manager, you're the talent, you're the web designer, all of that shit.
You're the road manager. Yeah.
So I'm setting all of this shit up, and, you know, I don't have much hair as it is. I was like, yo, if I see a gray beard hair, I'm going to be real pissed right now. And, you know, it went off really well, but it was just like so much energy coming out of me. I definitely get it. Yeah, and it's like you almost have this inclination, and maybe it's the same for you, but it's like, yo, I have the drive, I have the energy towards the creative side of this, but all of this other shit, I'm not against doing it. I'm not against the hard work. I'm here to fight for that hard work, but at the same time, I know it's going to be double the effort, and that's going to take away from the creative.
Well, yeah, because already I make my own beats, so I'm already the producer / beat maker. Yeah. Depending on what people want to call it. You know, some people beat make, some people produce. Yeah. You know, totally different jobs in actuality, because like producers actually started out managing the budget. Yeah. And arranging the studio sessions in a creative space for the project. Yeah. Like, he produces the thing. And he just manages. It's like a general contractor. Yeah. Like you got plumbers over here, you got motherfucking carpenters here, but you know the GC brings it all together, put it on paper, make it make sense. But like, yeah, I was making the beats. I was the MC. You know, from doing like graffiti and shit my whole life. I was definitely the fucking art director too. And I was the manufacturing, because back then when niggas made burnt CDs and shit, I had to burn the CDs and then cut the shit to where as though it fit into the little sleeve and buy every fucking thing. So it was like, I was 4 people, and then when the motherfucker told me, you got the show, but now you gotta get people to come to the show too, and then I'm carrying whatever equipment I need and shit, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this song to that. Like, it became a lot. But it was well fucking worth it. Like,
oh, absolutely.
It was so worth it. But after a while, like you were saying, I realized I'm just not good at all of these things.
And that's the thing. Like like I've talked to a few people who have like MBAs and shit from like different trainings I've done to try to learn how to be more efficient at some of these things. Right. Because for what I do, and I would imagine it's very similar, because I always joke about, man, podcasters are the next rock stars, nigga, and it's ridiculous, but it's this thing where if you have a vision of what you're doing, and it's very much coming from you, and maybe a small few other people, other cooks that are contributing to what you're doing, but it's very much your vision. You don't want to hand this shit off to some cookie cutter motherfucker, and it's just like,
and that's the thing.
This is what's going to work for you.
How good of a job are they going to do for the price I can afford?
Or even get it in a way, because too often, like, I don't know if you have to deal with SEO or anything along those lines as much.
No, I don't even know. What's
that's a search engine optimization, pretty much like how quickly someone will see your website or whatever your content is.
Damn, see, that's why I'm not a good motherfucking internet marketing manager of myself.
So that's the thing. You'll find out shit like, let's say you want to do an ad on Facebook or some shit like that. Right. They'll say, well, it takes time to get the organic behavior or what consumers, followers, and so on do. So essentially, what I do when I have those conversations, I try to get to the point. Tell me how you're going to fuck me real quick. That's what I say. And it's just like, oh, okay. So what you're saying is I need to pay you for 6 months before I start seeing any results.
Jesus Christ.
And it'll be a wild number. Like, I've heard anywhere from 500 to 10 grand. And I was like, yo, I have a blog site with some podcasts, my nigga. It was like, this doesn't include my content or anything along those lines. So, you know, and not to get on a gripe session or anything along those lines, but I think the root of it is, and maybe you'll agree with this, it's the notion that you're motivated and dedicated in doing your creative pursuit, and you'll put in the money, the time, the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears,
Definitely.
the gray hairs, all of it. My
Definitely.
guy.
Yeah, I had all of it. All of that shit. Like, I mean, I remember, like, you know, how hard it was,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it was, like, so worth it, man. Like, I mean, I didn't, you know, inspired a lot of people in Baltimore. Like, a lot of people seen my show and was like, damn, this nigga be going in. Like one time when JPEG told me, he was like, yo, I seen you perform like way before I even was like known around. He was like, and when I seen your shit, I was like, for real? I didn't even know you was rapping then. He was like, it was just when I first came through. Like when I first came around, he's like, I seen your shit. And I was like, damn, I fucks with this shit. And I was like, damn, man, that's fucking amazing. Like doing shows back in the day with people and you never know. And then you see them like, you know, get real big and it's like, damn, that's what's up. Like,
I mean,
it's like happy for that person in a way that you have to be an artist to understand how happy you are for that person. It's crazy, but like doing it all yourself and then seeing it like blossom, but then seeing that it does have the potential to do shit. Yeah. But then like mostly, I like the music I make, but I can see how a lot of people don't.
What's the main thing that drives you in your music?
The main thing that drives me is wanting to be somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, I got this real big fear of being like a nobody and just like being this average ass person. Like, to the point I quit a fucking job just not to be average. Like, fuck this shit. Yeah, y'all ain't think that was gonna happen, didn't y'all?
Yo,
Gotcha. I put my dick in the street. You can't stop me.
I remember at one point I was really on my shit. This is probably when you first met me. I was on my wild shit. Like, I had like wild, like wavy Dominican hair and shit. I was just wearing sweaters all the time, talking cash shit. And there was an opportunity in doing podcasting with one of the most prestigious employers in this city.
Damn, who's that?
It's a college.
Oh, okay. And, I know you're talking about.
And I go there, and basically they said, we need you to assimilate. I had like kind of this beard, the whole thing going. And they basically told me, for you to get this job, you need to assimilate, right? So cut the hair off, had like the nice low Caesar, cut the beard off, cut the shit out of my chin because I haven't shaved in so long.
Oh, shit.
And I go there for the interview and I go through the whole process. And I say all of this to say, like, I didn't get the job. And I realized I was trying to combine this creative endeavor, which you got to protect. I tried to combine this creative endeavor to the job.
Right.
And I was chasing that dollar. I was like, I fucking literally sold out for this because I was going to do this thing professionally because I felt like I mean something now.
Right, like this is a step in the right direction.
And the thing is, I think, you know, the thing that you pointed out of like what drives you and what your motivation is, right? I think everybody has to figure out what their thing is and why they're doing their thing. So for me, I thought it was, I don't want to be just a nobody or what have you, or I want to feel like I have this level of esteem or whatever. And I remember this like interview with J. Cole. And he was basically like touching on like, you know, I don't do this for money. I don't do this for this. I don't do this for that. I do it for love. He's like, you're always going to want money. You're always going to want more money. Okay, I got $1 million. Now I need 10 mil. I need 100 mil.
Right.
And so on. And the reason that I try to do this, I'm into weird shit. I'm into some strange things. I have odd perspectives. But my inclination and the reason I do it, my ikigiri, if you will, is I just want to be heard, my guy. That's ultimately what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. It's like, I always was into music, like even when I was young, like I never played with toys or no shit like that. I just wanted stereo equipment.
Playing with them records.
When it was like, when I was like 11, I wanted to be a fucking DJ. I just wanted equipment.
Yeah.
And I wanted to use it for its purposes and shit. But like,
that's like what Questlove was talking about in his book and shit. He was just like, yo, I always like cylinders and circles and shit. He was like, I was a good student and all that stuff. He's like, I didn't want toys. He was like, I wanted records. I wanted like shit that, you know, that's how I see things. And he's like, everything has been tangible,
like shit to make you feel stuff. Like I always had a deeper connection with music than most people in my family, except for like my grandfather who was a musician. Like I always hear it different or feel it different. And I listen to more like old soul music and shit.
That's my next
just
question.
Constant hearing stuff that I would like to flip or do different and shit like that. So it's like even when I'm not trying to think about doing music, it's just I don't know what the fuck it is. Like I want to be somebody, and I know that I can do this shit. This is like one of the only things I can do well.
That means you're doing the right thing then.
Yeah, and it feels fucking great. It's like I haven't really felt no feelings like that. Like I done shows in like damn near every state in this country, and it has always been the same except for one time. Like it has always been, yo, your shit is dope. Like people actually feel what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And point out the fact that I'm not up there like lying or talking about some clan shit. Like,
I mean, authenticity.
like,
matters,
yeah, like authenticity and like genuine emotion. And it's like it's hard as fuck to be super honest in front of strangers in different places all the fucking time. But it affords me a level of humility and understanding. It always keeps me in a good space. Like when I'm always humble, when I'm always appreciative for what I do have, keeps me in a better space mentally. Because, I mean, yeah, still be like getting super drunk and sniffing coke, so it's like keeps me grounded.
Yeah.
My family, they don't really know what the fuck I do. Like, they swear I'm a liar. Like, this nigga say he be rapping, but we don't know that shit.
So hold on, let's run back real quick. So this is going to be an odd question, but what's your sign?
Cancer.
Okay. Feelings, emotions, and all of that. Aquarius.
Oh shit! My best friend was an Aquarius.
And
rest in peace, Carl Coleman.
Absolutely. And I asked that because it's like, like how do you process these things? How do you sort through these things and where your interests lie? Like I know for me, we're air signs. We're really, really spacey. We try to overthink things. We over fucking think everything. And I joke about like what I do on a podcast. I'm very honest about what I do, and that's what I think I owe anybody: honesty, authenticity.
Right.
So, when someone asks, like, "Yeah, so what do you do?" While at the same time, I think that I treat what I do like an artist. I've done a lot of different artistic shit. I've painted. I've fucking rapped. I've fucking done podcasts. I've done film. A lot of different fucking shit.
Right.
And at the same time, I look at it as, I just do a goofy podcast. I'm able to have like that balance in there because I know who I am and I know what I do. And when people would tell me to describe it, like outside of just being a goofy podcast, I was like, I critically analyze the vague news on the internet, the weird crime stories, pop culture, entertainment. We got enough whack shit out there, and I'm not qualified to talk about politics. I'm not qualified to talk about these things.
Right.
I have an opinion, doesn't mean it's right, but I can sit there and talk about someone having their dick bitten off. And that's what I do. And I think once you're able to level with yourself, then that's all that comes out there. Because kind of the same thing, to a much smaller degree, but kind of the same thing you're touching on when people say, "Yo, your shit's dope." He say, "Yo,
I love those.
Shit was great, nigga.
Yeah,
Shit's
like,
funny as hell, nigga."
I want to be somebody. I want to make something out of nothing and create something that's like fucking appreciated.
Absolutely.
Which probably goes back to like me not feeling appreciated a lot throughout life and shit. Like especially when I was like younger. I've always lived like between like three places, like my mother, my grandmother, and my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And living in all those places with all those other people that lived in those places, I never felt like any of these places was my fucking home. Like grandma's, fucking aunts, like no matter how good it was when I was staying at any of these people's houses, it was never mine,
Right.
And like this feeling is mine. Like I make this shit, I own this shit, which is probably why I produce myself, because something for myself, that other people can get some type of joy out of.
When you're doing your thing, right, and let's say you collaborate with anyone, and who would you say your favorite, or how often do you collaborate with folks?
I rarely collaborate. Like I have collaborated with people that I'm like genuinely friends with. Like I don't really collaborate with nobody that's not like that I don't fuck with. So like Josephine Olivia, Sam Hearn from Future Islands, Drew Scott from Black Sage with Josephine Olivia, and then he's got another group, Pale Spring, and then he's doing his own solo project. So I collaborate with my homie Drew, Emily from Emily and Drew, Josephine. Who else? I already said that shit. I never collaborated with fucking Easy Jackson, even though we are good friends. Like,
Let's make it happen.
so it's like, me and Easy's thing is we know where each other at, and we are totally comfortable being there and doing like shows and shit together is dope. But we have never collaborated together. I think we need to collaborate together, and I think Wendell Patrick need to do the beat.
2020.
He's got some dope ass fucking beats. But
Well,
yeah, then my homeboy Alex Zoo. Yeah, I collaborate with him. He does damn near any fucking instrument, and he's also got a group out. What's the name of the group? Shit, can you edit that part
No,
out?
yeah.
I don't know
it's all good.
what the name of the group is. Toka. Shit.
There you go. See, this is what we're doing, man. So the reason I asked about the collaboration thing, like, my thing is, I you know that old thing people used to say to you, if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. That whole
Yeah.
thing. I try to extend that to, this is something I love doing. You know, I like to bring it to people that, you know, and not use them or anything along those lines, but like, hey, man, you like doing this? Maybe put a mic in front of you, motherfucker. Let's do it.
Right.
And, you know, oftentimes when you say, look, yo, this is the vision, and giving them an idea of exactly what it is, and when you see that they're not really committed to it, but they want to be a part of it, and then you get looked at crazy because you have a very defined idea of what you're doing.
Right.
And that's the thing that I always find really odd. But let's shift gears a little bit.
Yeah, to say that I only collaborated with like a fucking handful of people.
Yeah.
I would not be considered a big collaborator. I've only had 2 albums. Out of those 2 albums I've had, maybe 1 or 2 collaborations. I just thought about this saying it out loud. Like, yeah, I collaborate. Shit. No, I don't. I look like a selfish bastard. Artwork by 83 Cutlass. Written by 83 Cutlass.
Score by 83.
Right, like, everything. Like, that shit look like if you a fucking asshole. Like, I don't want to be that type of asshole. Like, the people like, oh, God, this motherfucker.
I shy away from it. Like, the main show that I do, it has my name in the title, and I was like,
Right.
can we just call it MTR? Robcast sounds wild wash, nigga. I was like,
That shit made me like a fake ass Kanye West and shit, trying to do everything myself. Like, but it's hard to work with other people, especially when everybody feel like they should get paid $1 million up front type shit. It's just like, all right, you blowing my whole shit with this. Like, you sending me fucking 1099s, nigga. You ain't got shit. Don't be sending me no goddamn 1099 off this dumbass shit.
my man's that at that same prestigious university, he had me doing something for the Multicultural Association, teaching them how to do basically doing a course on podcasting. And I put together a manual, the whole thing. And I realized, I was like, all right, I feel like I should be getting paid for this. And he said, yeah, you should get paid for this. And I was just like, okay.
You should.
So, and I was looking at it for the experience and I'm like, podcasting. And
Right.
I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I am definitely saying I've taught podcasting at this university.
Like a motherfucker.
Fuck that. I was like, yo.
Let me take some pictures around here and put it on my Facebook.
Yeah.
In case the job hit the Facebook, you know, they're going to see me.
And I got a couple of ducats out of it and shit. And it was one of those things where I was like, I want this to be more than a one-time deal because, you know, I like to look at it like, you know, everybody that does some shit, if they've done it for a while, you've learned from mistakes. And you've made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't fuck this shit up in one goddamn touch. All right,
So,
there we go.
Going back to music a little bit because you
Right.
touched on like soul music. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
you got to
right?
bring me back because I go off like a goddamn
No, it's all-
politician.
it's all
Like,
good.
you talking about it's the targets right here. I'm everywhere else around the question.
All good. It's all good.
I hit that Obama shit on niggas. You know what I say? Niggas say something like, hey, so I heard you was wearing red pants. I say, you know it's interesting. And go somewhere totally different on their ass.
Gotcha, nigga.
Uh-huh.
So what other genres or artists, like you touched on soul, any specific artists that, you know, you're like, okay, I fucks with what he does or fuck with
Oh
what
my
she
God.
does?
Like in local shit or just in general?
Just
Oh,
general.
in general, I'm fucking with this needs to be fucking said because people don't know this shit a lot and it really
Okay.
is fucking fucked up.
About to drop this
So
bomb.
local people, national people, you need to listen to this fucking artist, right? This motherfucker is a national treasure, international megastar, one of the last living soul legends. New Orleans' own Irma Thomas. I swear to God. I listen to her shit. You need to listen to Yes, I'm Gonna Cry till my tears run down. The shit to make you want to cry, drink all the liquor, party, everything.
You know, it's Aquarius that don't have emotions, man.
All he, yeah, my homeboy didn't either. He killed quite a few people.
Wow. Oh my God.
One of them with a knife.
You know, that's in my lane.
That's a hard kill.
That's in my lane. I remember I was talking with one of my boys, and I was doing something that was quasi illegal at the time,
Yeah.
and he owed me some money for this illegal activity, and I had like some like Japanese blade in my hand. I was cutting the apple,
Damn.
and he was like, "That's really fucking
the
menacing
Japanese
right
blade
I
and
was just sitting
shit?
like this, like, yeah, someone get that money for you, my nigga." He was just like, "That shit looks menacing."
Like, bruh, why you ask me with the knife though?
It was great.
I never got the money so fast in my life.
He's like, "Man, it's only 20." I was like,
It's
"My
already
20,
in your
nigga."
account, man. I fucking
Cash App didn't
I
exist
cash
at the
that
time.
shit out you, man, already in the future.
But yeah, as far as like
But
music,
yeah, like Irma Thomas, I fuck with real heavy. Wendy Renee, I fuck with real heavy.
Mhm.
This new dude that I'm getting into, Gita Davis.
Mhm.
All of these is like older soul people, so they not on SoundCloud. Everybody.
Spotify it is.
Some of what is the other shit? As far as like the older shit, I still fuck with the Staple Singers gospel album. They had this old ass gospel album. The shit will make you fucking cry like a motherfucker. For some reason, music to make a nigga cry is what I like to.
Well,
Shit to make
cancer,
you
man. Come on.
drink some of that Crown Royale. You
Jeez.
pour up that purple bag real nice and. You just let the tears fall,
I was
as
with
you
it.
somber at the moon
I was gonna
with a
treat
turtleneck made out of baby goat hair.
I was gonna treat it like on Pose and shit when fucking was it Evangelina fucking Electra, she was just like, "I'm gonna need some Remy Martin."
Some Remy Martin. Damn,
like,
that's smooth
yo.
right there. That's that Cavassier
Hell
talk.
yeah.
But yeah, I fuck with them. As far as like hip hop shit goes,
Yeah.
it's not too much hip hop shit I listen to. I try to listen to some of the shit, but then they just talk about killing niggas so much. I just be like, yo, what
Yo.
the fuck is this?
I
Like,
I
all that
looked at
shit
this
is
shit last year.
advertisement and fucking clan raps and shit.
I looked at that shit last year. Like, you know when Spotify, they send you that, this is what you listened to last year.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was going through the playlist. I was like, yo, it's a lot of like 80s. There's some punk in here. There's a fair amount of jazz. I was like, I am looking for rap and I'm not seeing it. I haven't listened to any rap.
I can't listen to that shit. Like, people act like they not influenced by music, but that's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Nigga turn the club music on in the car, motherfuckers start driving faster. Like, this shit
Yeah.
directly affects motherfuckers instantaneously. But I try to listen to rap. Like, some of the rap shit I listen to, but I'm just like, damn, like, I kind of like that song, but then that's all you rap about. So now I'm not even comfortable listening to that song because I know that you are like a fucking idiot
I
at the
listen to
end of the
scam
day.
rap now.
Scam rap?
Yeah.
What's that?
Just fucking scamming niggas like credit cards and shit, dog web shit. I've been listening to some wild shit recently.
Damn. I
Like
ain't
niggas
never
giving a
heard that.
method of how to scam people. I was
Oh
like,
shit, that's like
this
a
is
little
amazing.
secret code in the rap and shit.
Yeah, these niggas are like teenagers. I was like, this is catchy, and this is disposable. That's the way I look at it. It's super disposable. But what I've been on like recently is something that's like I really value and appreciate musicianship.
Right.
So one of my favorite artists is like Tori Y. And when his album came out like last year, it came out like on my birthday. So I was in New Orleans for my birthday.
Yeah.
And that shit just hit the Spotify, and I was like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna fuck this gym shit up, nigga. And I was like, all right, you kind of changed it because I saw him live when he kind of debuted some of the tracks before the album came out. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
nigga, you remastered that one. It's a little different, my nigga. Tighten up next time.
What kind of music he play?
He was initially like chill wave and shit. Now it's kind
What's
of like
chill wave? I
it's-
heard of this, but I never knew
it's
what it
like-
was.
you've definitely like I think like some stuff for future albums was listed in that.
It's
that
like
whole
chill
genre.
wave. Okay.
Yeah. But like him, like Neon Indian, fucking, I'll put you on because it's like shit that I'm like kind of into or what have you. It's like, but he's a multi instrumentalist, so he
Okay.
plays like maybe 5 instruments and shit.
Oh,
And
damn.
I'm like I fucks with it. Another dude who actually I share a birthday with, dude from, fuck is the name of the group, Tame Impala. He has this song like I feel like I'm always going backwards.
Damn, I never heard this.
That
I
shit
gotta
is
check this
fire.
out. For real?
He's Australian dude or what have you, and I thought it was a group. It's actually just him, but he plays all of these different instruments. I've been on like some jazz, some classical music. I've been listening to a lot of like Mozart recently.
Damn.
I was listening. I really like Charles Mingus. As far as jazz goes, big ass double bassist dude. He was a composer. He did a full fucking. It's called Black Saint and the Center Lady. It's a dope record. That
For
is,
real?
it's basically like he did the score for ballet, but as a record. So it's just like 4 tracks on there, and they're super long, and it's to accompany a ballet.
Oh
It's
damn! So it's
fire.
like some real like spacious
Son.
type of like well thought out
Yes.
chess game music.
And then his story, he's a wild nigga and shit. He's like my size, but he played the double bass and he was like, don't fuck that note up. And he's like, type of nigga pull a gun out on the stage.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, we need to do this Charles Mingus biopic.
Damn,
I'll find a
that'd be
wig.
fucking dope.
But yeah, because I think ultimately with it, like you touched on, like clan rap and this notion of like white supremacy that we perpetuate.
Yeah, like you don't see Jewish people listening to Nazi rap. Damn, you heard how he gonna put me in a concentration camp?
Yeah.
Nigga, he say he gonna suplex me into that bitch with a swastika, gold chain on, right?
Yo,
you don't never see Nazis and
Yo.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Jewish people rocking a swastika chain.
Yo.
Like, nah, nigga, we rebranding
Reclaim
it.
that shit.
Yeah, that shit look dumb as a motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, is you stupid? But we won't even see how stupid we is as
So-
niggas.
Here's the thing that goes along with this notion, right? So, you know, because I overthink everything, I start seeing the strings, right? And you start looking at like how social media works, how we communicate, and all of that stuff. Rap is just an
Right.
extension of it. It's used as an extension of communication, I think.
Right.
So
And advertisement, because that's
So-
what it does well.
if they're pushing that, right, and they're not pushing someone that might be different, like you, or just anybody that might be doing something that's left of what is the appropriate or approved upon
Right.
fucking music, then it's just like, why aren't you pushing that? Or they have a certain message that they're going to push for that week, that month, or whatever.
Right, because you can push anything. I mean,
Mhm.
if we can buy fucking any type of rap music, you can push any type of rap. It's a reason why only certain rap is
Mhm.
pushed. It makes sense for certain people, like, you know, and that's just how it is. Unless, you know, you just straight come up and do and be straight dedicated. But I just don't got, I wish I had this fucking time. Like, I got a 16-year-old daughter living in Baltimore City. That is a fucking full-time job and a half.
Yes.
And I got a 14-year-old son and a 4-year-old son. So try and raise 2 black males in this city and a black female. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is fucking hard. Like, I don't see how my girlfriend stick around. Like, because it's not my girlfriend's kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, my fiance, it's not her kids. And, like, it's a lot raising fucking kids and then trying to be like a fucking local rapper, too. It's like, you gotta weigh that shit out. The shit the niggas be rapping about these days, man, I don't even be wanting to tell people I rap. There's people at my
Yeah.
job, bruh, nobody at my job knows I rap, and I do not tell no. They be talking about they going to the studio, whatever. Man, I be sitting there like, oh yeah,
That's cool.
that's what's up. All right, man, I see you tomorrow. I don't tell nobody that shit.
I
Like,
keep that shit super vague. Like, I hit this person up earlier before. He's like, yo, what's the move tonight? I was like, yo, I'm going to hit to the studio after I'm done. We can figure out some moves. And he was just like, what, you rapping? I was
like, son, you on that rap?
I
My
was
nigga,
like,
wake up!
nah.
Don't do it, nigga. Don't
like,
do it, nigga.
Not at all. Not at all.
How much they charging you, nigga?
Right. And
60 an hour? Oh, nigga, don't do it. Don't do it, nigga.
and it's not even like that shit. I remember at one point, me and one of my boys, we got fucking zooted. And like, when I would rap, it would be some of the corniest fucking punchlines and shit, but not like corny like it's whack, but it's just like, all right, nigga, you watch a lot of wrestling. And it was just I had like this line about like Bam Bam Bigelow and shit, and it was amazing. It was just like, you know, fat chick, head fire, black attire, Bam Bam Bigelow. And I remember to this old head and shit, he was in the Uber, and he put on his track, and he's like, you know I'm still in that line, right? I was like, yo, easy, B. Don't take my shit. At least say, yo, shout to Rob or something.
You know something. It's got to be called the Rob Mix or something. You got, at least you know, throw
Tag
the
me in that
podcast.
shit.
Yeah, we got to do something. It's a collaborative effort. You can't
Absolutely.
just steal. We together. This for life,
Don't
nigga.
take my shit, nigga.
Hell yeah.
So coffee. You know a lot about coffee, because I don't want to spend a whole episode
Oh
talking
my
about rap
God.
music. Yo.
Hell yeah. I wish I would have never gotten to that shit, but like that's how I
You know
eat.
what you're doing, though, man.
That's how I eat. So it's like, you know, it's fucking hilarious though. Like you
Would
go
they say
places.
it's a grind?
Oh.
Yeah, Lord Pun. They used to call me Big Punisher.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of puns.
He said they used to call me Big Punisher. But yeah, the coffee shit, oh man, it's like, I'm glad I'm fucking eating. I'm eating more than I ever ate off of coffee money. So like, I'm real fucking glad coffee got me buying my fucking Gore-Tex
I
version.
see you. I see y'all here.
You know what I'm saying? Just copped a $1,000 jacket, but only got it for $300. You know what I'm saying?
My
Like,
man.
I'm fucking taking care of my fucking kids off this shit. Fucking paying rent like a real human being and not living in my grandmother's basement and shit. I ain't ate off of a fucking napkin, nigga. in like 3 years, nigga.
It's like you're
I don't shit in the dark no more. I could turn the light on in this motherfucker.
It's like you're eating off of something from South America that's not cocaine.
Right. I used to be, man, in my grandmother's house with shit on napkins. Nigga got a piece of chicken on a napkin just walking through the house like, hope don't nobody catch me eating they chicken.
Too real though.
Bro, I ain't ate off a napkin. I eat off of, I don't eat it, man, ain't a styrofoam plate in my house right now, bro. I don't know what that shit even looked like.
What's
I tripped over that shit yesterday in the supermarket. I was like, what is that? It was like paper plates on sale. I'm like, get that bullshit out of here.
It's like, yo, we live in different lives, nigga.
Yeah. I ain't ate at Mickey D's in thousands of years and shit.
Mickey
but
D's
like,
ruin your
the
intestines.
coffee is really keeping a nigga afloat right now, you know, fixing the machines, because I done worked in coffee shops, and that shit was sometimes fun, sometimes crazy as shit. But all in all, that shit was a waste of time for a nigga like me, because I could figure the shit from the people that I was working in coffee shops with. Bruh, no bullshit. I worked in a coffee shop one time at Johns Hopkins University.
Yeah.
The girl I worked with, coolest motherfucker in the world, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to V.O. Perot.
You're
Her fucking mother owned Elle magazine.
Excuse me?
Right. Like I'm trying to pay bills.
Like, why you here?
And she,
Is this life experience
And then I
for you?
realized coffee shops is for people who could be there or could be somewhere else. Because if that's the only job you got, bro, it's hard as fuck to like live off of working at a coffee shop. That's
I'm a coffee
like
snob.
TV show.
I'm a coffee snob, and I take an inventory of who's at these places.
Right.
It's like, yo, I see a lot of different artsy types, but it's like, you motherfuckers ain't lifers here. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what that ain't their only thing, they only source of income.
Yeah.
Like, they do that shit when somebody paying the bills for them and they just need some pocket money.
Absolutely.
Me sitting in there, like, that shit was dumb as fuck. Like, it's like, I didn't work at all of them, from the exclusive shit up John Hopkins to Red Emma's. That shit was crazier than a motherfucker when it was on North Avenue. Man, that shit was wild as shit. That shit was arcade then, too.
Well, I mean,
That shit, cause video game life was in that motherfucker.
I'm a snob though. Like, I went to this spot last weekend, and me and my brother went there. And my brother can't really do coffee, so he'll go there with me because he likes the experience. He likes the communal thing.
Right.
And he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna get that hot chocolate." I was like, "All right, my nigga." and they use like the gingy chocolate and shit. So it's
The
like that
spicy
really
joint?
quality shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, this is fire, nigga." So the barista that was there, he was like, maybe I don't know if he was gay. He's somewhere on the spectrum or what have you of the colors and all of that. And he had like the wild, like acrylic full set in.
Right,
And they were all Chanel joints. I was like, yo, why his nails better than everybody else's in here and shit?
Damn.
And the only reason we know this because them bitches was long.
Gleaming and they shining
And
too.
he's like, here's your coffee. And I'm like, my nigga.
Like, damn. On a disco ball hand?
Right. And brother's like, yo. I was like, I know what you're going to say. Fuck what you're about to say. He's like, I'm just saying, yo, I know this coffee's going to be, this hot chocolate's going to be fire. This nigga worked on that shit.
The presentation. It was like,
Right.
I know this shit going to be dope.
But it's just different types of people that pop up in those places, and
Yeah.
I think it's like, at least from a black perspective, right? Like sometimes it feels like you niggas don't drink this, you niggas drink this,
Right. And the shit is racist as fuck. Like, I look at all of the top shit. It's all fucking white people. Like, what? Like, I mean, all except for Chris up the street at Sophomore, there's no other black people in the forefront. And to me, after like building these machines and going in so many places, and they can't believe that my black ass is the person here to fix they high quality Italian fucking machine.
Yeah.
And the way they look at you, and it's like only thing they want niggas for is the same thing they always want niggas for at the plantation picking.
Yeah.
Because that's where the people of color
Yeah.
are really embedded in the coffee industry is on the bottom fucking floor.
Yeah.
Getting $1 a fucking day, if that. And they talk about some fair trade. You
Fuck
can
outta
buy them stamps like a motherfucker. They be like, bro, you want coffee regular? You want coffee fair trade? $20 more for this stamp. Like that, you know, everything bought and sold.
I used to work at a huge downtown. I used to work at one of these big like philanthropic fucking like organizations.
Right.
And they just had sacks of fair trade coffee.
Right.
And they would talk about, you know, just their involvement in these different places, right? And again, being an overthinker, I'm looking at all of the marketing. I was like, yo, I don't see no white people in any of these pictures. And I remember, you know, they started isolating me. Oh, this nigga talk too much. And I started getting weird, what we used to call like on email, like nasty grams and shit. It's like,
damn,
yo, why are these people coming at me and shit? And I remember I was just like, look, this nigga here ain't gonna not talk. So we had this meeting with the new people that were coming there like for this diversity initiative.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I know what I look like. and I know where we're located. And certain things started coming out. I was like, oh, let's play this. So
See how this go.
we were listening to people talk about like, we have like involvement in these different countries in Africa, what have you. But some of our representatives are from like Wisconsin.
Right.
I was like, it's not a bit tone deaf. I'm just sitting there being a fucking troll. And the chick that was causing me all of the static and shit, she was there for her own reasons. She was feeling like she was marginalized. She was lesbian and shit like that.
Right.
And I'm like, that's cool, but you're still a bitch because you're trying to get me, because you're still trying to use that white woman leverage. Right. And you're trying to get me out of here. And I remember I talked to the person that was running everything. She was new, black lady, and she was like, "Can you just give me the real dope on what your experience has been?" I was like, "I'm a 6'4", 300-pound black man with a beard. I get weird looks all the fucking time.
Everywhere I go."
And I was like, I can't change what I look like. And I was like, and they can't change their biases, or at least they're not willing to. And I just kept it moving.
Exactly. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, man, the coffee shit, like, certain coffees I like, certain coffees I don't. But I'm just so in awe by how this supposed new thing is really just the old thing remixed. It's like, all right, your great grandfather put niggas in chains, and
it may have been sugar at one point.
Yeah, it go from one fucking natural resource commodity to another one and shit. And it's like they think they doing something so new. Like they spend more on the fucking design of the bag than they do paying the people who pick the fucking cherries.
And that's the thing. Like, for one, a lot of people don't even know they're fucking cherries. But two, it's this. Like, when I talk about, like, when I look at racism, it's like one of my best friend's a white dude we're having. We do the Robcast show together. And whenever he says something that just comes off like, you don't mean that, but let's dig into it.
Right.
And, I'm like, you can't talk about homeless people. It's like certain things as a white man you can't talk about. And he's just like, well, what do you mean? I'm marginalized. I was like, you're not. I was like,
God.
Based on the way you kind of fit in this universe. Not you as an individual, what you represent.
Exactly.
And he sometimes just has trouble getting it. And then he knows that's the lane I'm taking.
Right.
He's like, shit, I'm dumb, Rob. And I was like, but.
I mean, my best friend's a white female, my fiance. And we talk about this shit all the time, and it's like certain shit people don't understand. Like me and my fiance, she tries her best, but she can't. Like even though she from a white hood, she understands. She's not like a Johns Hopkins white girl that's just like, let's just go to Connecticut and calm down. Like it's not like that.
Let's go to Connecticut.
She's from the fucking like white hoods of Baltimore. There's so many of them and shit. Unlike a lot, because I've been everywhere, almost every state in this country. I ain't never seen no shit like Southwest Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Southwest Baltimore is
it's a different
dicey.
vibe. It's a different vibe down there. But like we talk about all the time, and then like I'm trying to hip her to something. It took her like a month to grasp this shit, because I was like, you being a white female, will never understand what I'm going through, and she's like, you being a male would never understand. I'm like, that's all rightfully so, but you have a super ability that you don't understand. And she was like, what's that? And I'm like, not only do you have white privilege, you have the ability as a white woman, and only white women have this ability to morph into a minority whenever necessary. But when it benefits you, you can get school loans and shit, business loans, because you are a white person. But then you can get more business loans and school loans for being a minority. Like no other minority can turn into white privilege but a white woman. Even a white man, he had to hang niggas from trees and all of that shit. But white women got niggas killed for fucking them. So it's like I try to break that down to her. She just don't understand.
Here's the thing that goes along with that. It's a trick. So like, because I always joke that men are stupid and we're dumb, but I think everybody's dumb. I think if you're insensitive to what everyone is dealing with, you're the dumbest motherfucker possible. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think what happens is if your position is accurate, right? Let's say if someone's touting out, I'm marginalized, like, the white woman narrative, if you will. I'm marginalized. I don't have this. I'm just a minority. It's just like you. It's like,
oh God,
but you're not. And the fact that I know my standing. I walk by a police officer, I could die. You know what I mean? And
that's the thing, yeah.
And the thing that I kind of put out there, I was like, in talking with just different ones that I know, I was like, the fact that you have to have other women, especially women of color, to try to help reinforce this narrative that it's all women. Nah, you mean you first, though.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
like
of
when you talk
course.
about like equal pay and all of that different shit, it's not equal, and I get that. But and it's not right either. But it's always when that conversation happens, it's usually someone that doesn't look like me or you that's at the forefront, and they want to be reinforced in almost in a pyramid sort of way with people that look like us for
Right.
them first.
And the thing is, the part that makes me so fucking upset, well, not upset, it reinforces that people are just fucked up.
Mhm.
Like, I be tripping because I tell my girl this, like, white women fighting for all of this stuff is crazy to me because the white man is first and the white woman second. It's like silver and gold fighting over the metal. Like,
Always talking
but
about
what
the
about
Yankees
the
and the Red
rest of
Sox.
yeah? What about the rest of the fucking people that don't got literally nothing? And they like, I'm tired of being second best. Like, bro, you got the second best white privilege in the fucking world, and you got a fucking superpower. Like, it's like when you use the girl on Tekken, she got more agility, she could do more shit,
Yo.
but still fuck you up like the man, but
Yeah.
got some extra shit that the dude don't, and the dude got something extra that she don't. It's like this extra superpower to be a minority and to have white
Yep.
privilege. And it's like to fight for more rights is kind of selfish to me.
Like-
Like what more do you second to number one, and you mad as fuck that you what not number one?
And
So
then-
what if you did get there? Wouldn't you be just as
But
bad
don't-
as
but
the
don't
white
wanna be
dude you hate?
But don't want to be number one because they don't want to be hated. And that's the thing. Like, you know, I always make that comparison. Like, I think if you're looking at it in a very binary sort of way, right? Black men, black women, white women. To your point, you're right. White men are first in as far as their plight here. Then white women, then black men. Black women are at the basement.
At the fucking-
they're
yeah.
the fucking Orioles
Bruh.
of the last couple of years.
Bruh, and the fucked up part, they use black women so much to fuck black men over,
Mhm.
it just creates a whole nother world of fuckery. Cause that shit hurts. Like when you know
Mhm.
black women fuck you over. Like my baby mother broke in my fucking house and attacked me, banging me in the fucking face, talking about hit me, bitch, so the police can kill you. On my son's 13th birthday.
That's insane.
On my son's 13th birthday, like, talking about hit me, bitch, so the police can kill you.
That's
I'm like,
insane.
what the fuck is going on here? Like, and if it was another race of person trying to do that shit, it wouldn't feel better, but I would know that other races of people will get black people locked up, so I could understand slightly.
But
I knew this person will one day do this to me, but for a black person to do that to another black person, it's like, you know how much this fucks me over. Like,
and it's an eternal, almost like hatred in
yeah, and it shouldn't be like it's crazy how like your own people turn on you, people that don't look like you turn on you. Like every day I drive out of state, I don't be in like no super metropolitan areas. I could be anywhere from
Yeah.
Allentown, Pennsylvania to the Eastern Shore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like every fucking day I could die. And it's like, damn, the person I done had the kids by that got me out here risking my life, because I only risk my life for my kids. Fuck me. I'd be cool on the corner with like a little bit of Seagram's gin and a couple of cigarettes. But that's just me. But I gotta be a regular nigga for the kids. And I'm risking my life for them the whole time. They mama after me, the police after me,
Yeah.
racist white motherfuckers driving around with hunting rifles and shit on Saturdays.
Mhm.
They after, it's just like, god damn, like I have, bruh, a nigga broke in my house, right?
Mhm.
First time in my fucking life, it was my fault for having a glass back door, I must say. Nigga broke in my house and stole my keys to my work truck, took nothing else. A TV was in a box next to the TV. It was 2 North Face jackets on the door
Yeah.
next to a laptop.
Yeah.
And the nigga takes my work truck with over $20,000 worth of parts in it.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know what the fuck's gonna happen next. It's just like, yo, shit coming at me from all fucking angles.
That's how it is, man.
Oh my god, it just make a nigga just be like, what is the point of all of these shenanigans and malarkey?
Because here, malarkey. Because here's one of the things, and we're gonna wrap
Put
up
this
in a
shit
bit.
on silent.
Because one of the things that I run into, we want to talk about Baltimore a little bit, and then we're gonna do our final thoughts and all of that good shit.
Got you.
So like, you know, it's just like a weird mentality with certain individuals, right? Like people get conditioned to this is what success is, this is what value is, and so on, and they try to attach your value to what you do, what you make, where you live in, what you drive, and all of that shit. And I mean, when I was out there single, living that life and shit, I would have so many chicks that I would talk to, and it's like, oh, what you ain't got the Whippington? I was like, nah, like
What's the whipping?
like you don't have a car, you don't have this, you don't have
Oh
that.
shit.
And I was like, you live with your parents. Like, what are you talking about? Or even a similar situation now. Like, I'm a homeowner and shit. I've owned a house for 3 years. And,
Man, that's the real move right there.
that's the life I'm living and shit. And my job is a 10-minute walk from my house. So a car is not a necessity for me right now.
At all. Like,
And you'll still have people like, yo, you're a bum ass nigga. I was like, I'm a bum ass nigga that owns a house.
right. And
I see you get
it's
that pink
not
slip on
ever
your
late
door.
for work. like
I still stroll in whenever I want. Just like,
Right.
Kind of
like
just
nigga,
got up.
I'll wake up 15 minutes before work. Have you ever done that?
I might brush my teeth. I don't
Right.
know.
Like I got a toothbrush at the job because it's down the street.
You got to be prepared. You
I
gotta be prepared.
feel you.
It's like, yo, they got showers upstairs in the gym. It's all good.
True.
I
Save
finesse
more
that
money.
shit. I finesse that
Especially
shit.
that water bill shit coming every month now. It's like,
I might be burning myself. I've not gotten a water bill at all.
damn, that's what's up.
And then the water bills come.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Get him.
Shit,
Look at
Jack
he-
Young, no.
He wet right now.
So, Baltimore. Let's talk about Baltimore a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like the focus is we're talking real, but also we want to kind of put a little positive juice on the city because I mean,
True.
I invested.
I get too angry and negative sometimes, I must say.
Oh, cancer.
But it's so hard not to with all these clan rapping monkeys out here.
You're
I'm talking to you, you clan rapping monkey motherfuckers.
put the bananas down, nigga.
Stop it. Put it down, nigga.
This is Hotep Radio. No. But yeah, like outside of because I always hear like I remember I got desensitized at one point. I did radio and actually you're gonna like this, I think. I caught like I was doing some radio and I had like a guerrilla style interview with Catherine Pugh and shit.
Oh shit.
And I was just like I was trying to get her on record saying that she was gonna support us financially. And
Damn.
she was just like, nah. She said cut that. And
You guys are great.
yeah, literally.
Just like putting a middle finger up at you and shit.
yes.
What the fuck
And
wrong
I
with
said
this
some-
nigga?
I said something on mic. I was like, I feel like my property taxes are about to go up.
Oh shit. Yo,
I said some wild shit.
did you get her to say anything angry?
No, she knows what she was doing.
Cause she got that hood ass voice. I know to be funny. She's like, get me out of here with these niggas.
She was thick as a
I don't
motherfucker,
want to
though.
be with these niggas.
She was thick as shit though.
Catherine Pugh?
Yo,
For real?
She had the wild yeeks.
Damn.
I just remember my man's was like,
Damn. What?
fuck, where
Cause
did that
she
come
had the
from?
little ratatouille face and
Yo.
shit. I ain't know. She like she needs some cheese.
She had that wild healthy Holly ass.
Well, that
and
bitch
shit.
did go down for cheese. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was trying to get that bread.
Uh-huh. So in it, like during that day, I interviewed a lot of rap niggas.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of motherfuckers that was saying the same shit. And not necessarily the clan rap thing, because I refused to listen to any of that rap because I was like, look, if your shit's whack, I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
I don't give a this is like West Baltimore too. I was like, I do not care. I'm from West Baltimore. You don't intimidate me.
Right, like
and it was just like, yeah, man. I was like, so what makes you different from every other rapper? You know, my pain, my struggle. I was like, fuck this nigga. I hate this nigga. But it was kind of like a revolving door of that same message. How would you describe Baltimore for you? Like,
Baltimore for me.
yeah, like what is Baltimore for you? You touched on a few things that you said are like a little
I
dicey.
just started getting outside of Baltimore in my later years, like last 5 years, 10 years or some shit.
Yeah.
Before that, I thought every fucking place was like this.
Okay.
My cousins from DC used to be like, hey, yo, say dog. And I say Doug.
Fuck.
And they'd start laughing. And I couldn't even understand it for like the first few weeks. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? Then I
Yo.
realized I said it different. Like, that's how much I thought Baltimore was just the world.
Uh-huh.
Like, I thought everywhere was fucking like this and shit. Then I like started doing graffiti. So like Baltimore for me has been, honestly, I mean, a lot of ups and downs, but like it's getting better, kinda, in ways that it wasn't before. I remember you stand on a fucking bus stop till the next morning and shit. Like you just be out there like, does the bus still run right here?
Yo.
Nah, not on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Friday morning. Like, goddamn.
Fuck.
But now you can get places. It's more shit, I guess, to do. I stay in a house mostly and shit.
Yeah.
Cause like niggas is crazy than a motherfucker out here these days.
There's
All these
a lot of murders.
carjackings and robberies
Yeah.
and shit and all these senseless crimes. Like, come on with this La Favela shit, man. They getting on my goddamn nerves with this. I don't know who the fuck running this shit, but I would honestly, I've been in Baltimore so fucking long, and I went to fucking Lake Clifton.
You're-
I went to fucking Harford Heights on North Avenue right behind the social service building. You know what I'm saying? I went
Yeah.
to Walter P. Carter. I went to Winston Middle School.
Winston.
Northern
Okay.
High School
Yeah.
for 3 days, Lake Clifton for the rest. I lived
My
in
brother went to Northern.
so much of like Northeast Baltimore,
Yeah.
East Baltimore, lived over West for a while. Like, I didn't see like most of this shit, and I damn near died
Yeah.
just to be a regular fucking person.
Yeah.
So I don't really like Baltimore that much. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah.
to you. I would like to go somewhere else. I would like to see some other shit. I would like to take so many fucking people from Baltimore with me to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, I want niggas to see the fucking redwood trees in Washington State. Like, when people talk about how much they be loving Baltimore, that's cool. If they from here, cool. If people who just come here and they all in love with it, it's just a little infatuation and novelty. But at the end of the day, you see how segregated this shit is. You see how fucked up these schools is. You see how dangerous it is to actually walk down the fucking street these days. Like, you see all of that shit, and it's like, if you can put all that aside for some crabs and some natty bow, you are a fucking psycho. You are fucking crazy.
Here's the thing. Like, I agree on what you're saying.
All these girls missing and shit. Like, yo, bro.
I agree with what you're saying. When it comes to, like, perspective, I think ultimately that's what it is.
I think I'm a pessimist more. So, any question. But yeah, I do want to take niggas to see the redwood trees. Niggas need to see that shit.
My thing is this. Like, I'm from here. Always been here. I've seen some shit.
Right.
But for the most part, it's just like, yo, I don't think it's different. I don't think it's different from any other fucking city. You know, like when, the same energy that motherfuckers have when they talk about Baltimore, they don't have the same energy about Philadelphia. They look like the same fucking city.
Yeah, but yes and no. The public bus system's a lot better.
Aside from
the
that,
resources are a lot better. The bodegas are a lot better.
They're further ahead in their rebranding and their gentrification.
They got some segregation up there too.
Absolutely.
They keep niggas in a tight circle in fucking Philadelphia. You go to like Bucks County, like right over the top of the city. Man, it's racist as a motherfucker up there.
I think people.
So yeah, I definitely feel you. Like,
yeah.
Every place got those same components. It's just how you work in the machine in general.
And that's the thing. Like, motherfuckers will choose, like, it'll be niggas that are in wild shit. They put themselves in spots, and it's like, yo, it's so dangerous. Why is there so much senseless shit happening?
Right.
It's like, nigga, what are you doing? And because I was like, I've been here for almost 35 years.
Right.
And I was like, I've never been shot.
Rob,
yeah.
You a big dude.
But that also makes me a target, too.
Little niggas with pistols think twice about you. Like, no, he could take about 7. Only got 3 bullets. I can't do this tonight.
Right
I can't do this tonight. Can't do it tonight, y'all.
And the thing is, like,
we gotta find somebody we can shoot with 1 bullet. A skinny hipster.
As my brother pointed out to me, he's like, yo, your eyebrows, nigga, say you're evil. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I watch you sometimes when you're just walking and people do not fuck with you. And I had that.
You don't even see people moving out the way and shit.
When I was in fucking D.C., I was down there to see Hannibal Buress for this comedy show.
Oh, shit.
And I was with my mans. This was a couple years back. I was with my mans, and I hate when people just congregate, like, and take up a whole sidewalk.
Yeah.
So it was a bunch of niggas. I'm in a different city. I walk through these niggas. My boy walks across the street. He's just like, yo.
He's like, bro, I'm over here if you need me.
And
I'm going to take the scenic route, though.
I just don't see it that way. But, you know, it is acknowledgement. I'm not going to be like one of these motherfuckers that don't acknowledge it. Just my experience is different. And you're right.
Right.
Like, my girl, she's like 5'1", 5'2", and she's got like big ass and shit, and she looks like fucking wild Native American or something.
Right.
And
her
she kind of sticks out.
Totally different than
Absolutely.
ours.
And niggas, and she lives not that far from here. Niggas on the block, they say, "Oh yeah, that's your cousin." She was like, "You know, that's not my fucking cousin. That's my boyfriend." And them niggas have a different energy when I'm like walking by, and I'm making a point just to hang outside.
Just to see,
like,
just
what's
to
good,
smell
niggas?
the air.
I was like, yeah, what's going on? I smell pussy. What's going on, niggas? And it's a different energy. So yeah, you know, that's my inclination. And, you know, I acknowledge all of those things, but I think it's still the same. Like, you know, I love New Orleans. That's my favorite city outside of here.
I never been there.
I've been there.
One of the places I've never been.
I've been there 3, maybe 4 times. And
Damn.
I'm thinking of relocating there.
It's nice like that.
Like, as far as what I'm looking for.
How's the heat in the summer though, brother? I heard some things.
Like I said, check it.
I heard some things about 6 a.m.
My birthday is in 10 days.
with triple-digit heats.
My birthday is in 10 days.
Right.
I went there on my birthday 2 years ago. It was like 80 degrees in January, my nigga.
That's scary.
Now, but it wasn't like...
What happened in July?
I went there July, the first year I was there.
How was that?
It wasn't bad.
Damn.
But when I got back here, the
It was
air
disgusting.
quality was trash. And I was like, yo, I can't breathe.
You could feel the difference.
Yes.
Damn.
And I was just like, yo, what? And it's segregated, has all of that shit down there.
Right.
But it's still got that people actually talk to you.
It's got something
People
extra.
on heels. People aren't like dicks there, whereas when you go to an East Coast city, there's a certain level of dickish behavior that you're encountering.
Right.
And
Just
I think
mandatory dickish behavior. Yeah.
down there, it's just like, there's going to be this white dude here, and he probably hates me because of the color of my skin, but he's going to ask me, is that sweet tea good? That's the energy there.
Got you.
And I mean, you know, when we were down there, me and my girl went down there last year for my birthday, and I made it a point. I try to get culture every place I go.
Right.
And so I was like, yo, we taking Ubers everywhere. And she's like, all right, I'm down for it. We get in the Uber. Dude, first thing he say, he's just talking cash shit the whole ride. And he was just like, man, I'm glad y'all are here, man. The last people I had in here, guy had weird eyes and shit. They were looking in different directions. I was looking through the rear view, and this motherfucker was looking in different ways. And I'm trying not to laugh. And he has that accent with it. I was like, this is the best ride I've ever been on.
Like, let me just hit record.
Yeah, I started to.
I feel you. So, damn, I never even been there. Shit.
You definitely should.
I always wanted to go there.
Definitely should go. It's my favorite southern city. It's like I said, it's my favorite secondary city. Like, if I were to relocate, you know, because I like what I combat all the time, like I have a lot of motherfuckers that I know that if I travel or if they run into someone that's out of state, and they ask, yo, where you from, man? Because I like people tell me all the time, you don't sound like you're from Baltimore.
Right.
You said, I say dog, you know. The only thing I get caught up on is orange. It's hard for me to say orange. It's just like orange. It's like, what the fuck are you saying, nigga? Like, and my girl put me on that shit. She's like, what's orange? Yo. Like, fuck you.
or when they go even so far to be like how I say red, they be like, you don't say red. You say red. But then what I tell them is, look, man, you speak, what is broken English? Like, no, man. English people in England speak English. We all speaking some broken shit here.
You're speaking some
ain't nobody speaking English. Yeah, like, but
I know how to say
certain words. Like I say that, magnifique.
But my man's, he's like from Orange Mills, and I get real protective of my city when it comes to. He's like, people ask like, yo, so where are you from? He say, I'm from Baltimore. I was like, where? From where?
Like, wait, even though we about to fight, y'all, me and him got to talk real quick. Cause you know damn well.
And it's like, you from Orange Mills, motherfucker. There's one Mexican restaurant out there in a Wegmans. Chill out. And that's the thing. Like, you know, people, when they talk that wild shit and they don't live in there, they like live in the county and man, the city is this and city is that. And it's like, yeah, it is. But, you know, you're getting fucked over by the county, too.
I mean, yeah, it's like everything got the ups and downs. That's why, like, I always figure, like, where the fuck would I live? And I always go back to nothing. Always go back to opening my door. Like,
what's the
I done been places where I'd be like, man, I want to go back to Baltimore so bad. So bad. It's places in Maryland.
Yeah.
Bruh.
It's dicey.
Western Maryland or Southern Maryland?
Fuck.
Oh, my God. You'd be like, yo, I'd rather be in Florida. Which I do not rather ever be in Florida. I
mean, if I'm going to Florida, I'm wearing an alligator suit. I'm suited up. It's like the movie Crawl and shit.
With an escape plan through a tunnel in a canal.
Florida black man and shit.
Yo. Oh, God. I don't. That's called Florida dead man.
Son.
Like, I mean, wait, them motherfuckers stand your ground.
I mean, that whole quadrant, with the exception of like New Orleans, I'm not fucking with Alabama, Mississippi, none of that shit.
I've been to Alabama one time. Mm-hmm. It was pretty dope. It was a hip hop show,
Tuscaloosa,
but for Birmingham, and for some reason it was a 60-something-year-old Lithuanian woman named Lucretia there. Dope. And I'm like, all right, this lady must be just drunk and wound up here. Yeah. Niggas that was performing like, oh no, that's Creature. She always be around her. Yo. I was like, what? They was like, yo, bro, if it's a hip hop show, she gonna be here.
Like OG Pollard and shit.
Yo, she pulled up in a fucking Buick LeSabre, like a 99, 98 Buick LeSabre, playing Snoop Dogg and Dre. I was like, all right, this is the shit. Like, I was like, damn. But they was
what is it? That's 53 LeSabre.
Yeah, yo, like how you 53. Damn, hell yeah. Yo, but like how you was saying, it's like that humbleness down there. Uh-huh. It was like that. Like the dudes was moving, like they was getting shit done in music, but they ain't had, like you say, that automatic East Coast dickish attitude that for so long I thought was life.
Yeah,
you know, I thought that's just how everywhere was. Now I'm just like, fuck. I mean, I love Baltimore. It's the only shit I know. But damn, if like other places feel good, like how you say the air quality and you feel that shit. Like, bro, when I was chilling with the redwood trees, I ain't never had, man, I wasn't stuffed, congested, nothing. Right. Like, this shit was just like, whoa, damn, I wish I can get everybody here.
It's like, what's the better version of this?
Yeah.
That's what it is. What's the better version of Baltimore?
Yeah, if we can put Baltimore and Seattle, like, and just have, like, Baltimore City inside of Seattle, because it's big enough.
Can we get, like, 50 of those trees, my nigga?
Because I told the one girl that was there, I was like, man, I want to move back here. She's like, dude, can you do me a favor? Bring, like, 50 more black people with you. I was like, that's what's up. She was like, because we need more black people. She was like, you like this, right? Tell people. She's like, I'm not trying to sound weird, but please tell people. I was like, I am.
I have a brother in Clovis, New Mexico.
Damn.
And we went there to visit. We just met him when I was like 25 when we just met this
Oh
nigga.
shit! Surprise,
so
brother.
It was like a half brother that I didn't know existed and shit. So we go
I got
there,
some of them. Yeah.
and this motherfucker, he was getting married that weekend. So he was meeting his brothers and sister and his dad and getting married in the same weekend.
Oh, this is a big union.
It was a wild situation.
It's the biggest reunion ever.
My nigga. So I remember he told me
In New Mexico, too.
He's like,
something spiritual about New
he's like,
Mexico.
Yo, it ain't no black people here. He's like, I'm like the only nigga.
Something
here.
very unspiritual about New Mexico. Goddamn.
Especially that part of New Mexico. So, because that's like right on the other side of Lubbock, Texas.
I'm thinking like Aztecs and Mayans. He said, "Nah, nigga,
No,
white people
He's married to a
with
Mexican
guns."
woman. He's married to a Mexican woman. So
Wait,
it was
I
like
had
Mexican
to.
bikers, and then like one black dude, and then us.
Mexican bikers?
Oh, that
The
is-
Mongols?
It was wild.
Yo, they fucking really crazy, real crazy.
So we go down there. My brother, he reminds me of T.I. He's like that
Oh,
type of nigga. He's
shit.
got that energy. And he's like, yo, these my brothers, nigga, and they killers. He from Baltimore.
like, nah, don't believe him.
And he's like, they big as shit too. And I got in the car, and the one dude's like, he's big as shit, yes.
Okay, we see what you're saying.
It's like, all right, we ain't fucking
And
with
they
you. for
pass
the
you
rest of
the AK like, here, start it off, home.
Simone.
And you like, man, I'm not touching that shit. Y'all trying to get my prints.
Right.
I know what y'all out here doing in the desert.
So let's hit it with the socials real quick. Where can he find you? Where can he check out your shit? What's good? What's popping? Website? All of that stuff.
All right, so you can find me on everything because I'm the only nigga with this name. 83 Cutlass, 83 the numbers, then Cutlass Cutlass, Instagram. If you find something from my stale ass, because I don't be posting, be having to work, take care of these kids. Facebook, I do not fuck with that shit. So don't even fuck with me on that. That shit is strictly for my grandma and my aunts and shit to send me like fucking inspirational shit from Jesus because
Wow.
they know I don't fuck with that shit. But yeah, Instagram, 1983 Cutlass at Gmail for all booking and inquiries about everything. Oh yeah. I just got on this record label, so hit me up. I just signed the biggest multi-million-dollar deal with Cold Rhymes Label.
Nice.
You can check it out on Instagram at Cold Rhymes Label, or you can check out Dan at Hike Keach on Instagram for Cold Rhymes Label. So I got on the record label, and basically I just demanded a lot of money for this shit,
Big things happening.
and these niggas is paying me. Yeah, so I gotta. It's about to be crazy. I'm about to plan my next big move. Talking to Rock Nation right now, trying to get that shit working. You
Nice.
feel me? Like trying to get a distribution, management, tour management deal through Rock Nation. So Cold Rhymes, Rock Nation, 83 Cutlass, next year. Be on the lookout for that. I did it all effortlessly and lazily from the couch, my nigga, watching American Pickers, nigga, what? Shout out to Mike and Frank from American
Yeah.
Pickers. Shout out that nigga with the peach suit on from motherfucking Another 48 Hours and shit. The
Wow.
nigga in Atlanta with the peach suit on. Shout out all the niggas in Atlanta with peach suits on right now. Thank you so much.
So I think it's gonna be like the collaboration of like rap, coffee, and podcasting. I think that's what's happening next.
Yeah, I wish I had more time. Well, you don't want your episodes to be too fucking long.
No,
Like,
we're good,
it's
man. I
like,
think-
where does this go at?
So yeah, I want to thank you for coming on.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. This was fucking great.
It's great to have 83 Cutlass here. Check him out. Hit him up on the gram. Hit him up all of the places. Listen to his shit. It's fire. It's
Hell yeah.
it's
Oh,
always
yeah.
good.
You can find all that shit on SoundCloud and Cold Rhymes Label. Link in the bio. I'm sorry. I forget the shit I supposed to say. I be wanting to throw up gang signs, but I don't got no gang.
Wow. My gang sign's just this. Just put the niggas off.
Damn. I was born with my gang
nigga.
sign.
All right, later, guys.